Making food production sustainable is a responsibility that is shared throughout the supply chain. So, Cefetra Ecosystem Services invited some of our key partners, friends and colleagues to Ramsbury Estate for an insight into what sustainability involves for the farmer.
We hope that our guests here, our customers, our retail food brands, get a greater understanding of how a farm operates, what a farm has to do when it tries to change its production practices from a conventional way of doing things to a more climate positive way, and get an appreciation for the time and effort it takes to do that. By making this change to climate friendly practices, farms are more resilient. Their production is more resilient, our supply chain is more resilient, and therefore their products they manufacture from, the grains we supply, are more resilient as well. The word is resilience in the supply chain.
For farm manager Duncan Moore, that resilience starts with the soil.
Right, okay, so we've now come out to the field and you can see the medium that we're working with, and this is really sort of a clay with flint over chalk. Obviously soil is quite an important factor within growing your crops. It's an asset. It's an asset that you want to improve on, enhance, consequently improve the returns of the business on the long term. A good soil structure requires less horsepower to establish a seedbed. So the more organic matter you have in the soil, the better effectively organic matter you help to feed that worm insect activity as well, because you're providing a food source for all the microorganisms that work in the soil.
Our partners, Soil Capital, measure the improvements made by farmers which are then third-party audited and certified. Here they demonstrate how the soil with higher organic content on the left will absorb high rainfall and retain its integrity, where the soil that's low in organics disintegrates and washes away.
We're all, I think, quite aware of the climate crisis and increasingly aware of the nature crisis, where we've depleted biodiversity to a significant chronic degree. We farm in a way typically today which is using soil as an inert, dead substrate. And yet soil should be at the base of a healthy food web in a farmed landscape. So if we can bring more life back into the soil, we can actually deal with these systemic problems all at once, because we can build more carbon into the soil rather than having it in the atmosphere. And in so doing, we'll have more worms, more creepy crawlies, more bacteria, more fungi, and we'll also be building a more living substance that can absorb more water, moderate flows of water when there's too much of it, and keep hold of it when there's not enough of it.
Of the farms on our programme, Ramsbury is one of the largest and most financially stable, but that's not why we chose to hold the event here.
They made the decision to join the program only this year, so they are a farm that is right at the beginning of their journey to regenerative transformation. And we thought it would be interesting for our customers to see these first steps, hear about what motivated them to join the program and what they expect from it, and also get a sense of, what they have to do. And the aim was to get as many people as possible that have the common interest, which is, how do we make sure that we support the right structure for getting the money that we are willing to pay for achievements on farm? How do we get them to the farmer in a robust way? So we set this up specifically so that our customers, present and future ones, can talk as much as possible amongst themselves, with the view to helping them to reach this consensus.
I think it's great to bring the customer closer to where food is produced and understand the challenges that we have to get that product to them, and the methods that we use to make sure the quality is the product to them as well.
The end game is rewarding for the holistic picture, right? The more good, holistically, the farmer does on the farm, which is like a societal good almost, the more reward there should be for it.